All right. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Mr. Joseph Romano. Mr. Romano, how are you?
Pretty good, Doc.
All right, good, good. Well, you and I have had many conversations. This one is actually going to be televised and it's going to live on our website underneath of our Board of Education highlights. We thought it's part of the strategic plan, but what a great way for board member, for our community to click on our site, take a look at our board members, and learn a little bit about them, stuff that they may not see or doesn't come through during a Board of Education meeting. So
okay.
Thanks for engaging in the conversation. Now I know a lot about you, and you and I share a common upbringing.
Yeah.
In where we grew up, right? Why don't you tell the community maybe a little bit about yourself, and I'll elaborate on how our paths didn't cross, but kind of crossed.
Kind of, yeah. Well, first of all, I was born in Passaic,
Yep.
and then we moved from Passaic to Long Branch.
Yeah.
And in Long Branch, there's a school on Broadway where I went to kindergarten. And then from there, my mom and dad moved over to Howell, New Jersey.
Yes.
And
I know it well.
Yeah, exactly. And I lived in Howell, New Jersey till I was 24. I worked in a grocery store. I became infatuated about driving trucks.
Yeah.
And I started to drive a truck for a small company called Food Town.
Just a tiny one.
Small one.
Yeah, just a tiny one.
And after that, I left Food Town to go to Pathmark.
Okay.
And I became a truck driver at Pathmark. I worked at Pathmark for 26 years.
Wow.
After 26 years, I accumulated a 3 million mile award,
Yeah.
which means 3 million miles without an accident.
Wow.
Then
3 million miles.
yeah, it's whatever. And at that point, after 3 million miles, I had a problem with my heart. A lot of people say I'm heartless, but the fact of the matter is that I had a quadruple bypass, and I realized one thing: education, my education, where I got in Howell High,
Yeah.
actually Southern Freehold Regional.
Yes, at the time.
What drove me? Well, it was trucks. Then I worked in the trucking industry for another 15 years.
Wow. How many total years, Joe?
Over 40.
Over 40 years. Impressive.
And at the end of the day, what I remember the most is I remember learning in Howell High.
Yeah.
You get that camaraderie, and I remember a lot of things, but I remember there were certain teachers that inspired me. Now, to be perfectly honest, they didn't inspire me to drive a truck, but not for nothing. They taught me that you have to read. Now, there was a shop teacher, because I took wood shop and electric shop. And this shop teacher, I broke my arm playing football.
Okay.
At Howell High.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do anything in the shop, but he did. The shop teacher said, look, he says, make a plan to build like a desk. So I said, oh yeah, it's easy. You pick out wood and you cut the wood, you make a desk. He said, no, I want you to make me a plan. So I said, well, okay. So after I think it was about 6 weeks, and he used to complain to me, well, how do you put the wood together? I said, with screws. Well, tell me how you pre-drill the holes. So I thought about all of that. Now, when I ran for the board, what a shock, because I didn't see that.
Yeah.
But I said, not for nothing. If we can get our students to realize this, instead of just reading it in a book,
But to actually physically
Show
do it,
Do
learn
it.
it, develop a plan, and then come to a finished product. Yeah.
And now, if you want to know about like things that I'm really proud of,
Yeah, I do. That was actually my next question. Yeah.
not for nothing, on my second trip around on the board,
All right.
uh,
How long on the board again? How many?
I was 6 years the first time,
Okay.
and now this is the third.
Got a third. All right. So total,
Okay.
so nine.
So
Nine
nine.
completed.
So what I'm really proud of is, first of all, I learned on my first trip around. Then this second trip around, I worked with people who actually put together a plan to put a gymnasium at Herbert Hoover, a gymnasium at Thomas Jefferson, a gymnasium over at John Adams, one at Woodrow Wilson. And what I learned the most about it is that was taxpayers' money that was returned to the district, and it did not cost the district money. So those four plans, those four auditoriums, I want people to know that was their tax dollars working for them. From the state, it came back.
And benefited our kids. Yeah.
Tremendously.
Yep.
You know, and overcrowding, you're not going to fix it unless you think 15 years down the road.
You're right.
Now, what we do with overcrowding, when I was on the board the first time, okay, they would put 4 classrooms on over at Franklin and Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And then 4 classrooms over at Lindenau. Well, the fact of the matter is that there was no forward thinking. Now, and it was always something that you call a referendum, which, there's people that just don't understand. Well, there's people that talk right now. The fact of the matter is have a referendum or you bond it.
Yeah.
Now, when you bond it, not for nothing, you're still paying for it.
You are.
I mean, no matter what you're doing, you're paying for
Yeah.
it. So whether you take it all in one lump sum or you take and you bond it over 30 years. Now, the fact, or 15 years or 10 years, the fact of the matter is that your plan, the plan that you're working with, has to take and last for 10 years. So in other words, if I'm going to put 10 classrooms on at Franklin or 10 classrooms on over at Martin Luther King, I have to look at the facts and the numbers. So how many kids do we have at that school, and what do we see
10 years from now?
10 years in the future? So if I'm spending money, I'm spending your money as well as mine. I live here.
Yeah.
The fact is that it's got to take and give us the value for 10 years.
How long have you been an Edison resident? How long you lived in Edison Township?
I moved into Edison in 1974.
Wow. And you've seen, right?
Oh, I've seen
exponential change over that amount of time.
Yes.
What do you love about living here, Joe? What's your favorite part about
first of all,
being an Edison resident?
Okay.
Besides the schools.
Okay, the schools. Okay, the fact of the matter is that you have 287, you have Route 1, you have the Turnpike, you have the Parkway, you have all of these roads that intersect in Edison.
Yeah.
Well, in my transportation,
yeah.
I need all of these avenues.
Yeah.
That's why that's the main reason why I came to Edison.
Yeah.
Now I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of changes.
A lot of change.
I mean, from the fields in North Edison to the expansion in Raritan Center, the expansion on Route 1, it's all good.
Yeah, I agree.
Because there's planning.
Yeah.
There was planning on this. But right now, the planning that we need is for the next 10 years.
You're right. And that goes to vision, too. If you look towards the future, what do you hope to see from Edison Public Schools in the next 5, 10, 15 years? What do you hope they're saying about Edison Township?
I hope that they're saying that Edison Township is one of the most progressive districts.
Yeah.
And the reason that they're progressive, let's be perfectly honest, the students are number one.
Yeah, I agree.
But the administrative staff, the teachers, they're the ones that are doing the job. When somebody's complaining, not for nothing, they never really complain about the superintendent or the assistant superintendent, but they're really complaining about the teachers.
Yeah.
And when you talk to the teachers, we need more.
Yeah.
We need more room. We need more space. We need this or we need that. Well, being on a board, I could advocate for that.
Yes.
And when someone comes up to me, in which they have, I mean, I've come to a lot of times, when they come up to me, I go, Ed, this is a question that I was asked. Can you just give me an idea?
Yeah.
And you go, well, not for nothing, but the planning, we're working on that already, and that's our strategic plan. So when people ask, there's certain things that I can tell them, but I can't tell them because it's in the strategic plan, and that's the next step.
All right.
Okay, so I can't tell you about it, but I just want people to understand that our kids, they're number one.
Yeah. Well, and that's your motivation to be on the board too, right? It speaks to why you donate time out of your schedule, the volunteer hours. I mean, a lot of things that have come up in our conversations with the board members in this type of platform is the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes, right? Agenda preparation, reading the agendas, getting ready for committee work,
comprehending the agenda,
understanding them, and you go to a lot of events too. I mean,
yeah.
you get invited to a lot. You attend almost all of them.
I was in a small amusement park in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you which one it was because
Yeah, I probably never heard of it.
Oh, probably not. And some person walked over to me and started screaming at me about a vote that I made. I went, what? I mean, then I okay, let me explain. And the fact of the matter is yeah, a lot of things, a lot of people see something, but they don't comprehend it.
Yeah.
My one goal is to make sure that kids learn to read. They read to learn, but there's one other thing. They have to understand what they're reading. And I guess it's called comprehension. Yeah. So people see a 5-second blurb or a 10-minute discussion where people are yelling and screaming at a board meeting. The fact of the matter is that we don't put, not me, excuse me, it's not my agenda, it's the superintendent's agenda, but we've talked about this in committee meetings for months. We're vetting it. We're making sure that, is this what we need? Is this going to be enough? And we have to work and sell it. We have to tell people what it is. I said something, I think one of the last 2 board meetings or so. I just look into the camera and tell the people what you want or what your plan is. And that's all I ask for is do me a favor.
Communication.
Yeah. Right.
Communication. And that's the hallmark of any good organization. They communicate, they're visible, they have a clear agenda, and they provide a quality service. And at the end of the day, ours is a great education for our students. If you think about legacy, what are you most proud of as a board member? What do you think your most proudest accomplishment or proudest moment? If you can pinpoint it to one, there might be a couple. I don't know,
maybe a couple. When I first got on the board the first time, 2007, the district was, I can't say struggling, but there was 3 people that ran the district.
Mm-hmm.
There was assistant superintendent, another assistant superintendent, and a superintendent.
Okay.
Now, I am so impressed the way we put together a team that works together.
Doesn't happen without board support, though. Doesn't happen without the support of of you and the board members. It's appreciated, but I'm glad you noticed that.
See, so if that's one thing that go from then, being an old man. Now, I'm not old,
Come on,
but being experienced, from being that to this, yes, I see there's a difference. Not for nothing, I see a difference in schools. I do. Every once in a while, I go around schools. The only reason I go there is I ask you.
Yeah.
Is there a way?
Sure.
Can I do? I don't want to interrupt. The facts. Our kids are doing great.
Yeah.
What do I wish for? Okay, I'll give you this. At our high schools, a seating area, a place where the students can actually congregate and do their homework, their studies. Because everywhere you look, the students are sitting around, some sitting around on the floor,
Yeah.
and they're doing their work. They're reading. Now, it would be really great if they could have an area where they can go and learn.
I agree.
Weather's too hot, maybe a shade,
Yeah.
maybe a big awning. Maybe that awning could have, solar panels.
Yeah.
Maybe both facilities. Okay? Now, our kids go from elementary to middle. Well, guess what? They go from elementary to middle. They get used to that. So now, when they leave there, they're going into a high school that has the amenities. Now, when they leave the high school, they go to college.
Yeah.
And what do they do there? It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
So our administration is giving the students what they're going to need to succeed. And there is not a parent out there. I don't care where you look. There's not a parent out there that doesn't care what are my students learning.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are they doing?
And where are they learning the type of environment that they're in?
And I think that's what our district, and I'm proud to be there. I'm proud to take and say, yes,
awesome.
We're doing that. We're making it work. And I wish that we can take and just say one thing. What Edison makes, the world takes.
Yeah. Yep.
There's people out there that they're applying for college, and that word Edison, that means a lot.
Yeah. Well, and I think that we continue to push the envelope and provide our students with opportunities that are going to help them succeed, no matter what their path is, right?
Yes.
Regardless. Joe, in our final thoughts, right, as we kind of come to a close, is there anything else you'd like the viewers to know about you, or something that you think that would resonate with them? Anything?
Okay, here it is. I really think that a vocational education is also it's really needed.
Yeah.
We need carpenters, woodworkers, metal workers. We need electricians.
Mm-hmm.
A total rounded education is what we're going for. Now, yes, there is the people that are excelling, but there's people on the bottom, like the vocational schools.
Yeah.
Our academy. We're working from the bottom, and we want to bring the bottom up. We don't bring the top down. We want to bring the bottom up. My goal as a board member or as a mentor of this team, I want to make sure that all the students, not just the top,
Right.
the bottom, that they all mold together,
Yeah.
and become a society.
And find their path and their passion and are successful.
And if we can do that
Yeah.
at the Board of Ed, I'm a happy person.
Well, Mr. Romano, it's always a pleasure speaking with you. I'm sure our viewers got a sense of not only what you believe in as a board member, but all the great things that have transpired during your term here. So it's been a pleasure speaking
Thanks,
with
Doc.
you.
I appreciate it.
You got it. Awesome.
Have a nice day.
Awesome. You too.